from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
We begin tonight with a live picture from Veterans Bridge, Memorial Bridge between Fargo and Moorhead, as a crowd of 36 or more have gathered to oppose the Dakota Access Pipeline.
This is one of many demonstrations throughout the country in what's being called a No DAPL Day of Action. Spurring on these demonstrations was the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers letter today saying construction of the pipeline must be put on hold. The Fargo event started about an hour and a half ago and is expected to wrap up shortly. A similar event was held in Bismarck today as well.
Also tonight, we have new information on an investigation we first brought to you earlier this year. Burglars cutting through walls to get inside Fargo businesses and making off with tools and cash.
Newly filed court documents have police trying to track down someone they think is responsible for the 17 burglaries. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric has our investigation.
17 burglaries stretching across the Fargo area over the last 3 years. That's what's outlined in this latest search warrant from Fargo police. And this document reads like a scene from a movie. The documents say each situation has similarities. In 6 of them, someone got inside by cutting a hole through an exterior wall. A majority of them include vending machines busted open and the money taken. And in at least 4 of them, safes were cracked for the toll. This was the scene earlier this year outside Fargo Freightliner. Tools and some money stolen. The list of hits includes OK Tire on Main Avenue in March, Magnum Trucking, Nelson International, the Gateway Collision Center in South Fargo, a Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch on the north side, and the RDO Truck Center, among other businesses. Fargo police are working closely with area pawn shops. Over the last 3 years, a person police believe to be responsible each time taking portions of the stolen items and trading them for cash. Police are also using this website, leadsonline.com, to help track down where the stolen items were pawned. The documents outlining, too, which tools were already sold. Fargo police did search an address just near downtown where they believe a suspect may have stored some of the stolen goods. But this warrant says that no items were taken and that investigators are still tracking down leads. In Fargo, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
The RDO Truck Center in South Fargo was burglarized again this past September, with the business posting on social media that 13 sets of truck headlights had been stolen.
Fargo police are also asking for your help in identifying 2 men who they say were involved in a robbery. We have still frames to show you. They're from surveillance video. Officers are hoping people will be able to recognize the men. One is described as a black male, about 6 feet 4 inches tall, slender build. He was wearing a dark colored sweatshirt with Nike on the front and what looks to be a lighter colored pair of jeans. The second man is 5 feet 5 inches tall with a scruffy facial hair and appears to be wearing a gray colored hooded sweatshirt. Once again, if you know who these men are, you are asked to contact the Investigators Division. The phone number is there on your screen, 701-241-1405.
A scary situation in Moorhead overnight as a woman told police she heard someone in her home and then saw a man run out the back door. It happened on the 3300 block of 18th Street South just before midnight. Police set up a perimeter in the area and brought in a canine unit to help with the search, but did not find the man. He got away with a duffel bag of stolen property. Officers described the burglar as a teenage black male with short afro-type hair, wearing a yellow striped shirt and dark jeans.
A Wadena, Minnesota man has been charged with second-degree murder and several other charges surrounding the death of his wife last week. Antonio St. Marie is charged with shooting and killing 27-year-old Margaret St. Marie at their Wadena apartment. She leaves behind 3 children. Antonio also faces 10 other charges, including kidnapping, assault, and fleeing a police officer. Court documents indicate the kidnapping charge stems from children being present in the apartment where authorities found Margaret shot in the head. Antonio has a criminal history of domestic violence and was under a court order to have no contact with his wife.
Talking to the Valley News Live meteorologists is a pretty popular thing to do this week. Everyone wants to know the latest on the snow potential. We know it's not arriving tonight, right, Hutch?
That is correct. As a matter of fact, we're enjoying another very beautiful, above average type of day. A few clouds, some sprinkles in northwest portions of North Dakota that will be drifting eastward as we head through the late evening hours. Nothing to be concerned about yet, but the big storm starting to make landfall out on the west coast. So it hasn't even really developed yet. We'll keep our eyes on that. I'll have an update for you. But for this evening, very quiet, temperatures in the 40s, eventually 30s by bedtime. And just as a sneak preview, winter storm Thursday night into Friday. The track has shifted, as according to the models, in the last 24 hours to the south a little bit. Still some heavy snowfall potential from this, along with gusty winds. I'll have the latest and what you can expect, the timing, and how it may impact your late week here in just a couple of minutes.
We're all interested in those details.
Keep the shovels handy. That's
yes.
a hint.
Thank you, Hutch. And remember, you can stay up to date on the weather conditions where you are anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just download the Storm Team Weather app to get the latest weather conditions and even follow the radar live. Search VNL Weather in the App Store.
In Grand Forks, a man has been charged with trying to burn down a home while other people were in it. 43-year-old Chad Jordahl faces a felony charge of endangering by fire or explosion. Court documents say that Jordahl was staying with people at 424 8th Avenue South when he barricaded himself in a basement bedroom and started a fire. Jordahl broke out a window and cut his arms while escaping. The fire was put under control without major damage. Jordahl even stated to police that he intended to burn down the house with the people in it.
One of 3 Grand Forks City managers who had been put on paid administrative leave has now been fired. Alerus Center Assistant Manager Bob LeBaron, the man pictured on the right, has been fired. The fate of Alerus manager Cheryl Swanson's job is still under discussion. Alerus Center employees were not happy with their managers and filed complaints. An independent law firm investigated complaints of a hostile work environment and a very high turnover rate among employees. It's still not clear whether Alerus Center manager Cheryl Swanson will keep her job.
We're going to engage with the Alerus Center Commission and the staff and with Cheryl and her representatives if there is a way to move forward and under one condition. So we're going to be working on that. So the mayor's left that open, that let's find out, is there a way for us to move forward with Cheryl?
The fate of Transportation Director Dale Bergman's job also hangs in the limbo after the city received complaints about his job performance. So for now, Bergman and Cheryl Swanson will remain on leave until Mayor Mike Brown makes a final ruling.
The famous albino buffalo that's been part of a Jamestown herd for almost 2 decades has died. The National Buffalo Museum says White Cloud died peacefully of old age yesterday. It's estimated that White Cloud attracted an estimated 3 million visitors to Jamestown. White Cloud gave birth to 11 calves during her time in the Buffalo City, including Dakota Miracle, a rare white bull. Plans are being made to bring White Cloud back to the museum as a full-body mount display.
A new discount grocery store is coming to the FM area. Aldi's will be located in Dilworth at the corner of 8th Avenue and 34th Street, just north of the Walmart. The company says it expects to open in late fall of 2017. Final approval for the location was given last night at the Dilworth City Council meeting. And with the news of a discount store, some people are asking, why are our grocery prices high, even though commodity prices are low? But according to a local agriculture economist, most grocery prices like dairy, beef, and chicken are lower compared to a year ago.
So when prices are going up at the farm level, they don't go up as quickly at the grocery store. And on the other hand, now when they go down, they don't come down as quickly.
You may have even noticed fresh fruit and vegetables have not dropped in prices. Well, according to the USDA, they have increased from a year ago, and the reason, according to Petrie, is the recent droughts in some of the areas where these items are grown.
Ready for a little uptown funk? Grammy Award-winning singer and songwriter Bruno Mars is coming to the Fargo Dome next summer. The Fargo Dome announcing today that he'll play in Fargo on August 4th. Tickets will go on sale next Monday. They'll be available at the Fargo Dome box office, online at thefargodome.com, or you can call 855-694-6367. He will also be performing at the Xcel Energy Center in St. Paul August 5th.
On tonight's restaurant report card, we're in Fargo, where an overnight diner recently received 5 critical violations. We'll tell you which restaurant it is and what improvements they made tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10.
If snow is coming, then it was good timing to get a holiday tree put up today. Details later on Valley News Live at 6.
And a reminder of a couple of things to have on hand if you're traveling during wintry weather. In that first aid kit, blankets, some water and food, a flashlight, and the good old kitty litter. All details on what you can expect as we progress through the week coming up next.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live.